Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of... Oh, no, just kidding. This is for mid-July 2022. We are going to see what is going on for you at this time, and that'll be that. Sorry, this whole deck is probably upside down. Yep. So it's not... These are not reversals here, Cancer. But we're just going to see what we get going on here for you. And that'll be that. This looks pretty good already, is what I would say. So I like that. You're not the only sign to have this right here. The Magician, he's basically pointing down to the Queen of Cups, which is you in the tarot. Or it could be you, I should say. And, well, some people do read her as Cancer. But, what I would say is that it's literally saying that your emotions are going to be creating your own reality. Again, he's pointing down towards her. You start off here with the Moon. This is not like the Moon card in the tarot. This is, again, from the Star Codes Astro Oracle deck, and it's more a card of perception, how you see things, how you kind of like expect things to go in your head before they actually happen. And so I feel like your perception on how things kind of turn out this month are going to be, or I should say for the rest of the month, are going to be very, very important to how they actually turn out. So make sure that you keep it positive. You have the Two of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles. Weird message, not gonna lie. It's like I feel, for whatever reason, I feel like the harder you try at something, the less likely it is to work. I don't know why that's popping into my head, but it is. There have definitely been moments in my life where it's like the less I try, the more successful something is. The more I try to like force something to work, the less it works. And I kind of get that feeling here with the Two of Pentacles. You might be asking, like, how do I know if I'm doing that? Well, what I would say is, if there's something you're very passionate about that you're working on, it could be a relationship, a business, a job, whatever it is, doesn't matter. I'd say if there's something you're super passionate about and you feel like you're just forcing it, then I would say that's what it is. Or maybe you feel you're getting super frustrated is really the word, kind of like the word and the feeling that I'm getting here. I feel super frustrated. I've been there before, Cancer, where it's like I bust my butt doing something and it doesn't work, right? I kind of get that feeling here. Again, I read intuitively. That's not really what this card means, but that's what I'm getting. And I feel like just results have been very inconsistent with the Knight of Wands here, and that's what I feel like it's talking about, that the results have been inconsistent. I actually feel like this is saying, again, work smarter, not harder. And if you feel like you're forcing something to work, you are probably trying to force it to work, and that's exactly why it's not working. You do have the Ten of Cups here. And with that Knight of Wands, I actually feel like it would be a great time for you to date. So if you're looking for love, dating is definitely highlighted here. I kind of get the feeling that there could be one specific person who stands out. Definitely either a Capricorn or a Virgo is what I'm getting here, just based off of what I'm looking at. So it could be an earth sign that's coming in for you, but I feel if you're looking for love, it'll make you happy. I also feel this is something that's in the back of your mind. I think it's in the back of everybody's mind. That's a secret, is the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is like your happily ever after. It is like the thing that you believe will make you happy if you have it, right? And it could be anything. It could be a family, just like what's on the card. It could be having a business or a successful business, could be starting a job, could be anything, doesn't really matter. But I kind of feel like it's in the back of your mind. And the other interesting thing is you have this goat card here. It says reliability on it. I do feel you have a craving for reliability. I actually warn against reliability right now. That does not mean that you shouldn't look for things in your life that are reliable and predictable. Of course not. But I feel like, if we are not making progress on things, if we are not adapting, if we are not always evolving, we're going to have a really hard time in the future. Just looking at the astrology, I believe that the people who can adapt to things that happen, the people who can deal with changes, and the people who are also experimenting in life are going to be the people who are very successful. I'm sure you all notice all the changes I always make on this channel. It drives some people crazy, but I don't know. I also have like the fastest growing tarot channel. So, I do it for a reason, right? I'm one of those people, I don't believe in do as I say, not as I do. I do it. I put it into work and put it into practice, right? So, to me, kind of reliability is the enemy of progress right now. I would be very careful. And here's the thing: is like I always try to tell people, I think a great rule to follow right now is basically the 80-20 rule. It's not really the 80-20 rule, but 80% of the time do what works and 20% of the time experiment. The 80-20 rule is 20% of your or 80% of your results come from 20% of your effort. But if we follow my other 80-20 rule, which is 80% of the time do what works in work, business, love, money, everything. 20% experiment, try something new, see what you can learn about it. You have the Hermit, the Magician, and the Fool. The Hermit says, you've gone through a dark night of the soul. Sorry, still getting over COVID here. But what I would say is that it says you've gone through a dark night of the soul, and now you're coming out the other side. And you are shining your inner light. But he has learned a lot. Everything about him kind of represents wisdom. He has a gray cloak, a gray beard, pretty much everything. And so I feel like you've gained a lot of wisdom, but I also feel like there is a lot of wisdom to gain through like the experimentation, like I was talking about. Even the Magician, he represents a new beginning. He also represents reinvention or reinventing yourself, which I feel is something that's come up in, I don't know, your readings forever, if I'm not mistaken. So a lot of you could be going through a period of reinvention. But he also has mastery over every single suit in the tarot in front of him. And that's really standing out to me in your reading here, Cancer. I kind of feel that this is saying that you are either gaining mastery over something or there are different ways of doing things. I always like to remind people, again, kind of going back to the experimentation thing with the Magician. It's like, if there are multiple ways of doing things, or if there are ways that could make your life easier, why not try them out, right? And that's what I would be doing with this card, is I would be trying, different ways of doing things, if other ways exist. And I know I'm speaking generally here, but in like business, work, pretty much everything. You also have the Fool. I feel doing this is going to lead to a happy, joyful new beginning, and kind of new beginning vibes here with the Fool and the Magician. Not only that, you have this Uncharted Sea card, which is like doing things you've never done before. Like I said, I feel like experimentation is going to be your best friend in all areas of your life at this time. This is a card of, again, going into uncharted territory, uncharted seas, going places you've never been before, having new experiences, and just like seeing what you can find in life. You have the Queen of Swords, the Two of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. I do feel you are very focused on the new. You can see here that she's very focused on the future. She's aiming this direction, which is the future position. She has her back to the past as well. I also kind of feel you're very focused on the truth, which is interesting. That's the word I'm getting here. I'm not saying people are lying to you, but I'm just saying in everything that you're dealing with, I really see a major focus on like, you don't really care like what anyone thinks about anything or what people's opinions are. I feel like you just care about the truth right now. So I feel like you're very kind of like matter-of-fact energy here, Cancer. I kind of like it. I feel like you're sticking up for yourself. I also feel like you're not letting people make decisions for you. That's what I mean by the truth. It's like sometimes I feel like the truth could be one thing, but because we don't want to hurt someone's feelings or because, our mom tells us one thing or whatever, we make a different decision, right? Even if it's not the truth for us or it's not the truth in general. So I feel like you're very focused on that. You have the Two of Wands here. Definitely more in this leadership kind of energy. Two of Wands can be a card of taking the lead, being lead, and it's also a card of progress as well. And you show up as yourself, the Queen of Cups, so I feel like you're showing up in a very strong position. Like I said, if you're trying to manifest things just in general, I would focus on your energetic state here with that Queen of Cups. Pretty much every single person has had some energy about like needing to watch their emotions, needing to use their emotions to attract things into their life. So it just seems to be, kind of like a collective energy. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Six of Wands. Again, a lot of people getting the Six of Wands in these readings as well. Six of Wands is a card of excellence. I kind of feel this energy of needing to stand out. It's like, but really, like I kind of look at the astrology and I feel more it's saying don't play small. It's like if you're going to do something, like go all the way. It's like if you're going to write a book, dedicate your life to being a best-selling author. If you're going to, start a YouTube channel, dedicate your life to it, make it something more. And it doesn't mean you have to become that thing. It doesn't mean you have to be the best-selling author or anything. It's kind of, I think it's more like the universe just wants us to have to put our energy into something. I don't know how else better to say it. But if you do it, Six of Wands, success. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Page of Cups. Definitely could be love coming in for you here. I feel like you're very matter-of-fact about love, like I was saying with that Queen of Swords, very matter-of-fact energy. And again, it's not like people are going to be coming in and lying to you, or it's not like... I just feel like you're like not playing games. You know, you're just very down and dirty with the love type of thing. So it's like if someone is coming in, they need to come correct here, not like the Knight of Wands. With the Ten of Cups, well, this is probably why you have the Empress. Empress is like glow up energy. It is also a card of major abundance. Also says you're very attractive at this time. Doesn't matter what gender you are either. You know, I feel like you're just embracing that Empress energy. I also feel like you're definitely becoming more abundant. Again, she understands, the Empress, that she comes from never-ending source intelligence. So she doesn't like really worry about whether she's going to have something or not. You know, it's like sometimes I think our worries get in the way. Like we worry about whether or not we're going to have money to do something. We worry about, you know, whatever. And I feel like this is saying you're kind of like removing the worries that have been preventing you from becoming more successful. With the Hermit, you have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is about self-imposed restriction, needing to set yourself free. The Hermit, he has the star in his lantern there, and you can see that it's kind of trapped. You know, it's like in his lantern, it's trapped behind those, like it almost looks like it's in a jail, right? The star here. So I feel like something needs to come out with the Eight of Swords, something that makes you special. Could be like a hidden talent, gift, skill, or ability with the Magician here. And he's pointing to you. So he's like literally saying that something that makes you special needs to be revealed. So I kind of get that feeling of something being revealed in the reading. Here you go. With the Magician, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Probably going to take some practice, you know. So I feel like some of you need to do that. If you've been hesitating starting something, like starting a new project, new business, new relationship, sometimes I think we just don't start because we aren't sure what the outcome is going to be. So we just assume an outcome and we're like, well, I'm not going to start it because it's going to fail anyway. I feel like this is saying no. You need to get started on something. Eight of Pentacles is material success on the horizon. So it basically says something you're working on now will lead to success in the future. So I would definitely get moving here, Cancer. With the Fool, you have the Nine of Cups, total fulfillment. Nine of Cups is also kind of asks you to make a wish. I kind of feel, sorry, I kind of feel that this is about, you know, fulfillment. The Nine of Cups is about total fulfillment. And like I was saying here, I feel you need to reveal your kind of inner desires. And, you know, are you revealing them to the world? I mean, maybe some of you, but for the most part, I feel like you're kind of just like opening up is basically what this is saying. And I do feel there's like a strong need for you to like be honest with yourself. I talked about this. It might have been to you, Cancer. Like, I feel like I talked about this a couple weeks ago to someone where it's like, you know, in the book Think and Grow Rich, there's like a part of the book where Napoleon Hill talks about how we need to not be ashamed of the things that we desire to have, whatever it is. We need to kind of accept them into our life. It's like, you know, the reason I think a lot of us don't manifest the things we want is because if we say, I want $10 million, but we grew up thinking money was evil, then we still have those beliefs that maybe we feel ashamed of having money. So we need to ask for things and not feel ashamed because we come from an infinite universe. There's more than enough for everyone, right? We just believe that there isn't because, you know, a lot of, you know, the government or whatever has created these beliefs and, you know, prevents people from believing that they can have things, so then they don't, right? So we need to turn it around the other way. And, you know, I feel like you need to ask for something here in your life, but it's almost like not be ashamed to ask for it, right? With the Queen of Swords, you have the Magician. Like I said, I feel like you're moving towards your own truth, like I said. And, you know, it's almost like the truth is being revealed, but I feel like it's your own inner truth. It's like you're asking for something, maybe not literally asking for it, but I feel like you're making it your life purpose or whatever you want to call it to have something that you truly, truly desire to have in your life, whether that's building a family, starting a business, whatever, doesn't matter. I feel like this reading is more about the truth. With the Two of Wands, you have the Three of Swords. Kind of makes sense. The Two of Wands is a card of, you know, he feels like he has accomplished everything that he wants to accomplish. He's standing at the top of a castle. He's looking out in front of him, and he has the whole world in his hands. He doesn't realize that he has completed one stage of his life, and he's like getting ready to move on to the next stage. And that can be a little bit sad here, but I feel like there's a lot of maturity going on for you. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Four of Pentacles, needing to let go of kind of like the past and the way things have always been done. Again, that's why the Two Wands can be a little sad. Again, he needs to let go of the past. He needs to let go of the way things have always been done and open up to kind of like the next stage. I just want to get like a final outcome for you here, Cancer. You have the King of Wands, being bold, being assertive. King of Wands, very entrepreneurial. We were kind of talking about this energy, about, being willing to use any tool at your disposal, like the Magician, which you have twice now. Sometimes when I see the Magician, I feel like, that the person I'm reading for might only be using pentacles. They might only be using money to make something work, when they also have creativity, passion, and they could use their words as well with the swords, It's like, or whatever. So I kind of feel that for you here, where it's like you are using like something, right? But I also feel like there are other things, other tools that you could be using, or other ways to approach something, like whatever it is. And again, I know I'm speaking generally, but this is a very general reading. And I feel like it's saying you can manifest whatever you want, or you can improve whatever you want, whether it's love, business, or otherwise. But I feel like you're starting to embrace that. And again, the King of Wands is a really good card because he's very entrepreneurial. He looks for all, solutions to problems. He also, and not even problems. If things are going well, he might be working on his business, say, how can I make this better? So that's what I would do there. You also have the Emperor. The Emperor is about being bold, being assertive, really, really going for something, taking control. Remember, it's funny that I said with the Two Wands is like about taking the lead, and that's what I feel like you're doing here. And finally, you have the Fool. It is time for you to take a leap of faith here, Cancer, like towards some sort of big goal, wish, or dream. I feel like it's going to lead to definitely a lot of success. But this is a really good reading. So thank you for being here, Cancer. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.